again. Rain stopped there for a few minutes, sun popped out. But I thought I'd do a quick little walkthrough to show you how the place is looking around here. I was going to do something in the front yard up here in front of my wood fence. So I decided to plant me some rattlesnake pole beans. Up here in my front yard, it's going to be a flower bed eventually, sometime this year, hopefully. But got my chicken wire up here still to keep the rabbits and stuff out of my beans, so maybe they won't eat them to get a little bit bigger. But maybe go and pull that up this afternoon. But I'm turning the thing here around and starting my green rattlesnake pole beans and around to the driveway to where I got my little red currant tomatoes in pots there. Then we'll go on through the back and show you how things are looking back that way. As you can see, there they are right there on this wall. You come over here. I got some over on the side over here on this wall, this fence right here. So they're sewed pretty good down through. It's pretty thick, but put my strings across this way on the fence, and they'll just run up that way. All we gotta do is come out here and just pick them. So I think they're doing pretty good myself. You know, eventually it's gonna be a flower bed, but you can grow vegetables about anywhere. You can grow a flower, you can grow a vegetable to eat. Can't always eat all them flowers. They just bed right here. That's all John's flowers there. Can't eat none of that stuff. These little pots right here, he got flowers in. Yeah, they look pretty. There's wildflowers up in there. But here's my little currant tomatoes. They're really putting some blooms out. I've seen some little tomatoes the other day out here. But there's some right there. Right in there some. Yep. Won't be long. I'll be having little red tomatoes out here to munch on. But you know, like I said, I try to grow things where I can grow. I still gotta get them lined out down through here, spread out evenly. So I got rattlesnake pole beans over there in the front yard against the wood fence. I got tomatoes over here in my driveway. So here's up here on the patio. I've got more cherry tomatoes in these pots here, different varieties of little cherry tomatoes. This right over here in this bucket right here is some suckers I took off my tomatoes in the greenhouse. I'm re-rooting them. They're getting about ready to put out there in the garden out there, get some good roots on them. I'll show you that in another video. Some of these tomatoes are slow to get started, but they're going to come on. These right here is some noodle beans. I'm going to put over there on the other side of the house over there, that little trellis we made out of old gazebo like structure. We got rattlesnake pole beans growing up there right now. These are my pepper plants that's down there by the window greenhouse. This one is a serrano. This one out here, my cowhorn peppers. I got a few off of there. And these here are my tomatoes up here on patio. These are just wild tomatoes that come up by themselves, you know, volunteers that come up. No idea what they're going to be yet. My two middle pots right here, I know they are Tommy Toe tomatoes. That's what the seeds I bought. I got two Tommy Toes over in this pot here in the front, and the rest of them just volunteered in the back. I get that nut there tied back up. So I'm kind of curious, you know, how these gonna turn out being. Getting to be lots of them. I mean, little tomatoes everywhere. I watched a video a couple years ago. A guy was growing some cherry tomatoes on a trellis in his backyard back there, and he said, don't sucker your cherry tomatoes and you'll get a lot more. And I kind of didn't do them last year, and I did get a little bit more tomatoes. I'm going to leave these the same way. I'm not going to try to take any of the suckers off. I'm going to build me a frame that comes up and all the way across over here and down above this fence right here for them to hold on to. So that's back in here. I got some tomatoes right there. Yep, and some more right up there. Yep, it ain't gonna be long. I'll be able to come out here in the middle of the night, I'm hurting real bad and can't sleep and be able to eat me some tomatoes. Walk on down through this way. Our kale and our lettuce still doing pretty good. Our little project here with the Alaska snow peas going on this walkway trails here didn't do very good, but I planted some rattlesnake pole beans on top of these bricks, and they're all coming up down through there on both sides. So we like the rattlesnake pole beans. They're just a good long bean that you can or eat fresh, how you want to do them. And then growing even the weeds out here. We got 2 heads of cauliflower left. We're saving them, this one and that one. I slowed up the slug problems out here a little bit. Squash is coming on fairly nicely. We gotta get some lime, get in there, stop that blossom midnight. I just seen a squash right here. Yep, right down in there. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it. John picked my zucchini yesterday. I didn't want him to, so I'm gonna pick his squash. So, get back down here. Yeah, it rained a while ago pretty good. And, you know, all y'all watch my channel, this is a problem area right here. Hopefully this fall I can get some stuff hauled in here and build this whole end here up so this water will drain better. It's been a thorn in my side since I started doing this garden. Get right up here. Our Brussels sprouts are starting to make little Brussels down inside there. First time I grow these here, like so get this big. Hopefully I'll get some Brussels sprouts later on. These are some tomatoes coming up on these right here, Amish paste up on the top side. Got a few tomatoes coming up right there. So it ain't all gone yet. Over in this deal right here, the innovation deal, that's what we want to do, grow pole beans on this thing. Here's some rattlesnake pole beans right here. But this one over here on this side is really doing well. There's beans all the way up this thing, all around in here. When I get the noodle beans big enough, I'm going to plant them in between these 2 poles. We have different types of peppers around this horseshoe like deal here. So it's everything growing, including the grass. My cabbage didn't do too well so far, but I am taking the leaves off, giving them to the rabbits and chickens and stuff. Our beans, or bush beans, been uncanned 10 pints of bush beans already. And I'm going to get back at it. I thought earlier picking the Alaska snow peas off these here. These are rattlesnake pole beans up here on both these arches. We picked quite a few of them the other day. You can see up in there, they just oodles and gobs of them up in here. Oodles and gobs of them. I mean, everywhere you look up in here. So, yep. This is the best way to do these beans. We got to get us a little step ladder. Get up here and pick these things. So as you see how well they look through here. I mean, real healthy plants, real healthy plants. Over here behind the greenhouse is where my potatoes are. We have some sweet potato vines here. Don't know why they're doing underneath the ground. We got 2 different Kennebec and Yukons down through there. They're not ready yet. I got a few cucumbers here on this trellis here. My loofahs right there, going up my little cattle panel here. It won't be long. They'll be going up on top of that greenhouse running. My corn, my sweet corn here, taking hope. This is our okra right here. We only planted about 25% of the okra we did last year. So it's trying to get to growing. We got some Rutgers tomatoes right over here, 5 or 6 of them. So the things are growing. You know, it's still young, early in the year. This is my oregano. I love the smell of this oregano. A lot of my herbs and stuff I didn't plant back this year, but hopefully by next year I have it set up that I get them all back in order, have my place to leave them out all the time. Alright, now we're inside the greenhouse. You can kind of see how these tomatoes are growing in here, how big they're getting, how big the cucumbers are getting. So the cucumbers are really starting to put out now. We've got quite a few inside the house, just about enough to make a few jars of pickles with. So this year I'm going to make me some sweet gherkin pickles for the end of the year. So like I said, these pickles are starting to produce pretty well now. I wanted more plants, but we didn't get them done. I give some away to my friend, and I cut me short on mine for the house here. But I'm gonna let them go up that rope right there, and then run down this way, backwards and forwards. So I don't have to get up on the ladder and pick them, you know, like I've been doing the last couple of years. The top of this greenhouse is 12.5 up there to the center. That's a long way. You get up there and kind of slip and fall down. So I'm going to try to avoid that this year. So, but we are getting some tomatoes inside the greenhouse here. So we got about 4 different varieties of tomatoes in here. We got 4 different types of peppers in here. 2 types of cucumbers in here. So these right here are a yellow tomato. I forgot what they was called. So, yep. Right down here, look at those tomatoes going right through there. If you can see there, they're loading up with tomatoes in here. We gotta get back in here and tie them to the string again. Get all these tops pulled back up. We had a rope fall the other day. We got to untie all the tomatoes. They'll fall to the ground. Stretch the rope back out, and restring every one of them on that rope. Not this rope, but the one right next to the one we had to do. Got a banana pepper here. I'm letting it grow. So we got Tabasco, banana peppers. What's these other peppers here? Advarskis. These are the ones I'm hoping this year. Get a lot of them away last year. Didn't really get to do anything with them. We kept giving them away to everybody. They're red sweet pepper and really good tasting. These are the Carolina Reapers I got here. My ghost pepper plant I had for 3 years. The winter got to it. All that cold spell, I didn't heat the inside the greenhouse up, and it got to it. So I lost my ghost pepper after 3 years in that same pot. So yep, inside this greenhouse, we had to get out here about every 2 to 3 days and pin these tops up to the strings so they won't fall over on us. So it's a lot of work inside here, but we'll be able to put up a lot of salsa and have fresh tomatoes to eat, and maybe a little bit to sell. So everything's looking good. I think it is. And baby rabbits in here. They done got their eyes open the other day. They running around irritating their mama now. So they've been jumping out of the box. Oh, don't fall down here. So I got it fixed so she can get on top of the box and they can still run around. So we turn this thing here around. See if we can get. There's Brownie. This is her second litter here. They're inside that little plastic deal. They got a little hole there. They can go in. She get on top when she wants to get away from them. But she is one good doe. She had 6, and Sandy had 12. This is my buck here. She's a registered cinnamon buck. And there's Sandy right inside there. Her baby's over inside that little plastic deal like Brownie's got over there. So they're all sleeping at the moment. And there's all my scobies right here, running around here. I still got another young doe there and a young doe there I gotta do something with. I got my runner ducks. I got one down inside there. It's been sitting on a nest. She ought to start hatching out about another 9 or 10 days. And all my little egg layers in here. Got 14 eggs yesterday. 2 duck eggs. So, yep. But I was out earlier picking the sliced snow peas, and now the sun's out. So I come out here and give y'all an update on what's going on here at the Rooster Garden and Homestead, City Homestead. I changed the name to the City Homestead because that's what it is, more or less. So, not just a garden. I have my critters here, my chickens and my ducks and my rabbits, and so it's like a little homestead out in the country, but it's here in the city. I need to catch me some squirrels, eat some squirrel meat. They're all over here. So, but it's early in the season yet. Everything gonna get ready here for too long. Well, guess what I did? I left that squash down here on this table down here. But anyways, I'm gonna get it and get back in the house, put this camera down, and get my mind set on what else I'm going to do here today in between the rain showers. But come on back and visit me at the Rooster Garden City Homestead and see how I'm progressing through the year. And I know y'all as busy as I am trying to get everything going. It's a lot of work, but it's awful rewarding. So, yep, I can't wait for a few more months and get this full-fledged canning going on. Y'all take care. Like I say, come on back and visit me here. And I'll try to get that back to y'all's channels and get to watching y'all, and maybe I'll give you some ideas what I need to change around here. Take care, have fun gardening, and I'm out here, folks. Bye.